morning, students. Hope you are all doing well and safe at home. Now it's time to study. Welcome back to our English class. Before stepping into our class, let's have a warm-up section. I just want to ask you something. What do you think of kindness? Yes, dears, very well said. It's a quality of being friendly, generous, warm-hearted, and also being human. Kindness is showing concern about the well-being or feeling of others. The quality or state of being kind, treating people with kindness, and also treating them with respect. Yes, my dear children, it is the way to make others feel good, to do more for others than others do for you, and also to make someone smile. As I said, kindness is being generous. Now tell me, what is generous? You're right, it is willing to help or support somebody. It is helping somebody or supporting somebody more than is usual or expected. You can also say in the other words, doing something good larger than usual, larger than they expect from us. I hope it is clear. Now, I have a few questions for you. Can you answer me? Yeah, I need your own answers and also I need your opinions, okay? Now just tell me, what does it mean to be kind? What is one way you can be a good friend? How do you treat people who can do nothing for you in return? Now, tell me some fine acts of kindness. Today, we are going to see the second chapter, A Gift of Chapels, written by Vasanta Surya. This story tells us about the fantasies of children expressing their simplicity, their feeling, and their act of charity. Now, let's see about the author. This chapter was written by K.L.V. Vasanta Surya. She was born in 1923, Kundratur, Ramanathapuram district, Tamil Nadu. Died in 2008, Chennai. She was an Indian actress, singer and dancer who worked mainly in Tamil language films. She was also a journalist, translator and poet. As a young girl, she was actively involved in singing and dancing. She played the lead roles in two modern theatres films. After acting in a few more films, she returned to Chennai and lived there till her death. Now, let's get started. Today, we are going to see a new chapter. What is the name of the chapter? Yes, a gift of chapels. It's a beautiful story. Title itself is quite interesting, right? A gift of chapel. We all are aware of chapels, isn't it? Yes, the slippers. We wear it also. Okay. Now, what do you understand from the title? It's very clear that somebody is gifting a chapel to someone. This chapter is basically divided into two parts. The first part and the second part. The first part basically talks about a girl whose name is Mridu. She lives with her Tapi and Tata. Now you must be wondering, what is Tapi and what is Tata? Tapi is grandmother and Tata is grandfather. So Mridu lives with her grandparents. Before going for the explanation, I think it will be better for you if you know very well about the characters in this story. Otherwise, you will not be able to understand the things well. Okay, now in this story, there are 4 cousins: Mridu, Lalli, Ravi and Meena. Lalli, Ravi and Meena are the children of Rukumani. And Mridu is a girl who lives with her grandmother and her grandfather. Now, let's see the story. Once upon a time, there was a girl called Mridu who lives in Madras, now which is called as Chennai. She lived with her grandmother who was called Tapi and her grandfather who was called Tata. One afternoon, her grandmother took her to her aunt's home. And what is her aunt's name? Yes, it is Rukumani. To meet her cousins. Who are their cousins? Yes, dears, Lalli, Ravi and Meena. I'll read the first paragraph. Just listen to me. A smiling Rukumani threw open the door. Ravi and Meena rushed out and Ravi pulled Mridu into the house. Wait, let me take off my slippers, protested Mridu. She set them out neatly near a pair of large black ones. They were grey, actually with dust. You could see the clear mark of every toe on the front part of each slipper. The marks for the 2 big toes were long and scrawny. A smiling Rukumani threw open the door. Ravi and Meena rushed out and Ravi pulled Mridu into the house. Yes, my dear children. One afternoon, Mridu and his grandmother were going to their aunt's house. What is her aunt's name? Yes, Rukumani. Grandmother is taking Mridu to her aunt's house to meet her cousins. Who are their cousins? Yes, Lalli, Ravi and Meena. Mridu was very happy. When they reached Rukumani's house, Rukumani opened the door with a smiling face. She greeted grandmother and Mridu. When somebody comes to a house, we greet them, isn't it? Yes, in the same way, here Rukumani is greeting the grandmother and Mridu. Ravi and Meena were so excited to see grandmother and Mridu. They rushed outside. They were so excited and very happy to meet their grandmother and also to meet their cousin Mridu. So they rushed out from the house. Then what Ravi did? Yes, he pulled Mridu into the house. Wait, let me take off my slippers, protested Mridu. Protested is nothing but expressing an objection. Here, Ravi was very much excited to see his cousin. So, he just rushed and pulled Mridu inside the house. But what Mridu did? She protested. She expressed an objection there. Why? Because she was removing her slippers. It's a nice habit, isn't it? Yes, when we are entering into the house, what we should do? We should remove our slippers and then move on into the house. Set them out neatly near a pair of large black ones. Now, what Mridu did? She removed her slippers and kept it neatly. While she was keeping, what she noticed? Yes, a large black ones. Those were grey, actually with dust. You could see the clear mark of every toe on the front part of each slippers. The mark for the two big toes were long and scrawny. Scrawny is thin and unattractive. Toes are fingers of a foot. Yes, dears, the slippers were so awkward. The mark of the toes were clearly seen in the front, which means the slippers were very old. It was filled with dust. Not only that, the two big toes were clearly seen. They were long and scrawny. Scrawny is nothing but thin and unattractive. Hope you all understood. Now, shall we move on? Listen to me when I'm reading. Mridu didn't have much time to wonder about whose slippers they were, because Ravi dragged her to the backyard, behind a thick bitterberry bush. There, inside a torn football lined with sacking and filled with sand, lay a very small kitten, lapping up milk from a coconut half shell. We found him outside the gate this morning. He was mewing and moving. Poor thing, said Meena. Mridu didn't have much time to wonder about whose slippers they were, because Ravi dragged her to the backyard, behind a thick bitterberry bush. Yes, dears, Mridu noticed the large slippers, which was so awkward, but she did not wonder about it. She did not bother about it, because Ravi was dragging him inside. Dragging is pulling with force. He dragged Mridu to his backyard. What is backyard? Yeah, it's nothing but the area behind our house, especially if it is covered with grass or other plants. Where Ravi dragged Mridu? Yes, behind a thick bitterberry bush. Bitterberry bush is nothing but a bush that produces a bitter tasting red berry. There, inside a torn football lined with sacking and filled with sand, lay a very small kitten, lapping up milk from a coconut half shell. Ravi and Meena took Mridu to the bush. As soon as they reached the place, what did they see? Yes, children, they saw a little kitten. There was a football there and it was torn. It was lined with sacking and filled with sand. There, a small kitten was lying and it was lapping up milk from a coconut half shell. We found him outside the gate this morning. He was mewing and moving. Poor thing, said Meena. Here, what Meena is telling? Yes, she tells a cousin that this kitten was standing outside the gate and it was mewing and mewing. So, we brought it inside our house. is a secret. Amma says Party will live for her Padu Mama's house if she knows we have a cat. People are always telling us to be kind to animals. But when we are, they scream, "Oh, don't bring that dirty creature here," said Ravi. Do you know how hard it is just to get a little milk from the kitchen? Meena again continues saying, "It's a secret. We are keeping this kitten very secretly without knowing to anyone. So, you should also not tell anybody in the house. If our grandmother finds this, she will just leave the house and go to Padu Mama's house. She hated animals. She will not allow us to keep kitten in our house. So, we have hidden and kept this kitten in a very secret place." People are always telling us to be kind to animals. But when we are, they scream, "Oh, don't bring that dirty creature here," said Ravi. Now, Ravi is angry with the elderly people. What he says? They advise us to be kind to the animals. But when we are kind to them, when we take care of them, they scream. They shout at us telling, "Don't bring that dirty creature here." So, what shall we do? Why the elders are doing like this? Do you know how hard it is just to get a little milk from the kitchen? Party saw me with a glass in my hand just now. Ravi continues saying, "I feel very bad to get a little milk from the kitchen." Why he is telling like that? Yes. Secretly he has to go to the kitchen, bring the milk and feed the kitten. He was taking care of it without knowing to anyone. Do you know how hard it is just to get a little milk from the kitchen? Party saw me with a glass in my hand just now. Ravi again continues. He says to his cousins that he feels very difficult to get milk from the kitchen. Why he is telling like that? Yes, because he has to go secretly to the kitchen, get a milk and bring and feed the kitten. And also, today what happened when I brought the milk? Grandmother saw me with the glass. I told her I'm very hungry. I want to drink it. But the way she looked at me, I had to drink most of it to throw her off the scent. Then she wanted the tumbler back. "Party, party, I'll wash it myself. Why should I put you to trouble?" I told her. Yes, my dear children, Ravi was fed up to get milk from the kitchen. He was telling his cousins that he had to take so much risk to bring little milk to the cat. He continued saying, "Today when I was bringing milk, grandmother saw me with the glass. I just managed her telling, I'm very hungry, I want to drink it." But grandmother did not believe it. The way she looked at me, I just started drinking to send her away from the place. So, what Ravi did? He had no other way. So, he drank the whole milk. Why he drank? Yes, he thought, if I drink this milk, grandmother will go from the place. But grandmother was waiting to get the tumbler. Then Ravi said, "I'll wash the tumbler by myself. I don't want to give trouble to anyone." In this way, Ravi managed his grandmother, and he was telling this story to his cousins. I told her I had to run and pour the milk into this coconut shell and then run back and wash the tumbler and put it back before she get really suspicious. Now we have to think of some other way to feed Mahendran. Mahendran, this little kitty's name is Mahendran. Mridu was impressed. It was a real name, not just a cute kitty, cat name. I had to run and pour the milk into this coconut shell and then run back and wash the tumbler and put it back before she gets really suspicious. Suspicious is nothing but someone or something which is questionable or likely to be suspect. Here what Ravi says, yes, before grandmother could find him, he has to place the tumbler back. Ravi has to run up and down from kitchen to the backyard and again from backyard to the kitchen. He is telling his cousins that he had to get milk from the kitchen without knowing to anybody. Then after pouring in Kitty's coconut shell, he has to run back again, wash the tumbler and then place it in the kitchen. Now we have to think of some other way to feed Mahendran. Here Ravi says, I feel very difficult to get the milk for the cat. So we have to find some other way to feed Mahendran. Now here he says that the cat's name is Mahendran. Mahendran, this little kitty's name is Mahendran. Mridu was impressed. Impressed is nothing but feeling or showing admiration or respect for someone or something. Here, Mridu was really impressed hearing the name of the cat. Again she is asking Ravi, is it a real name? Actually, his full name is Mahendra Varma Pallava Pune. MP Pune for short if you like. He is a fine breed of cat. Just look at his fur like a lion's mane. And you know what a emblem of the ancient Pallava kings was? Don't you? He looked expectantly at Mridu. Mridu giggled. Think I am joking? Well, just wait. I'll show you sometime. It's clear you don't know a thing about history. Haven't been to Mahabalipuram? Have you? He said mysteriously. Actually, his full name is Mahendra Varma Pallava Pune. MP Pune for short if you like. He is a fine breed of cat. Just look at his fur, like a lion's mane. Here, Ravi goes to his imagination. He started telling the story of the cat. He says the full name of the cat is Mahendra Varma Pallava Pune, and in short it is MP Pune. He is a fine breed of cat. Means a particular type of it. Just look at his fur. Fur is a soft, thick hair that covers the body of animals. Like a lion's mane. Mane is nothing but the long hair of lion. Here, Ravi compares his cat to the lion. He says his hair is like lion's hair. And you know what an emblem of the ancient Pallava kings was? Don't you? He looked expectantly at Mridu. Now, Ravi is asking Mridu about the emblem of ancient Pallava kings. He wanted the answer from her. So, with more expectations, he is asking the question. Mridu giggled. Giggled means she laughed in a silly way. Think I'm joking? Well, just wait. I'll show you sometime. It's clear you don't know a thing about history. Haven't been to Mahabalipuram? Have you? He said mysteriously. Now, Mridu started giggling. She started to laugh in a silly way because she understood that this Ravi is simply joking. But Ravi continued saying, "Why are you laughing? Do you think I am joking? Wait, I'll show you something. I'll make you to understand. You don't know anything about history. Have you been to Mahabalipuram?" He started saying mysteriously. Mysteriously is in a strange manner. Yes, my dear children. Hope you all understood. Now, shall we move on? Yes. Well, when our class went to Mahabalipuram, I saw a statue of his tatas, 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 etc. etc. Fact is, Mahendran here is descendant from that very same ancient cat, a close relative, scientifically speaking, of none other than the lion. Yes, my dear children, Ravi continued with this story. He said, on his school trip to Mahabalipuram, he had seen the statue of Tatas and Tatas of Mahendran. Fact is, Mahendran here is descended from that very same ancient cat. You know what is descended? Yes, a person who's related to us and who's going to live after us as a child or grandchild. You can also say in the other words, proceeding from an ancestor. Ancestor means the forefathers. Ravi says, the fact is, the real truth is, this little cat is the descendant of the ancient cat. Ancient means very old or from a long time ago. He wanted to make his cousins believe, so he didn't stop at all. He said, scientifically, this cat is a very close relative of the lion. The Pallava lion, emblem of the Pallava dynasty, Ravi went on, walking around the bitterberry bush, waving a twig up and down, his eyes sparkling. This cat is the descendant of none other than the Mahabalipuram Rishi cat. And if I may just remind you, they worshipped cats in ancient Egypt. Ravi added on and on. He said, this cat is the descendant of the Pallava lion, emblem of the Pallava dynasty. You know what is dynasty? Yes, it's the series of rulers of Pallava kings who belong to the same Pallava family. He went on with this story. He moved here and there. He was walking around the bush so proudly and so bravely. Not only that, he was waving a twig up and down. Twig means a branch. Waving is nothing but moving one's hand to and fro. So, what Ravi did? He took a twig in his hand and he was moving it up and down. And also, his eyes were sparkling. Sparkling means it was shining so brightly. This shows he was so much interested in telling his cat's story. He proudly announced that this small kitten is the descendant of Mahabalipuram Rishi cat. He also reminded that the cats were worshipped in ancient Egypt. How he loved the sound of his own voice. Meena and Mridu exchanged looks. What does that have to do with anything? Mridu demanded. Ha! I'm telling you, this cat is descended from the Egyptian cat god. No, goddess. Bested. Yeah, that's it. So, how he loved the sound of his own voice, Meena and Mridu exchanged looks. What does that have to do with anything? Mridu demanded. Now, Meena and Mridu started looking at each other. They were not able to bear the story what Ravi was telling. Then, they started thinking how this boy is loving to hear his own voice for such a long time. Then, Mridu asked, what does that have to do with anything? Ravi wanted to manage. He said, I'm telling you, listen to me. This cat is the descendant from the Egyptian cat god. The goddess Bested. Well, one of the descendant of that cat goddess was a stowaway in one of the Pallava ships, and his descendant was the Mahabalipuram Rishi cat, whose descendant is Ravi flourished his twig at Mahendran. MP Pune here. Hope, eek. He streaked very pleased with himself. Mahendran looked up, alarmed. He had just been sharpening his claws on the edge of the coconut shell. But worse than Ravi's awful whoop eek was a screech from the window. One of the descendants of that cat goddess was a stowaway. Stowaway means he escaped or he ran in one of the Pallava ships, and his descendant is other than Mahabalipuram Rishi cat, and whose descendant is, he keeps on adding up to his story. He flourished his twig at Mahendran. MP Pune here. Hoop, heek. He streaked very pleased with himself. Now, as he was telling his story, he flourished his twig at Mahendran. Flourished is nothing but a noticeable movement or a waving movement. He didn't stop that. At last, where he stopped the story? Yes, he told the descendant of the Mahabalipuram Rishi cat is none other than Mahendran, his little kitten. Ravi was very much pleased with himself. He was excited in telling about Mahendran. He made a screeching sound. Screeching is nothing but making a high-pitched sound. Mahendran looked up alarmed. Alarmed is nothing but feel frightened or getting scared. Mahendran got scared and he was looking at Ravi. He had just been sharpening his claws on the edge of the coconut shell. Claws is a curved nail on the toe of an animal. Mahendran was sharpening his claws on the edge of the coconut shell. But worse than Ravi's awful whoop eek was a screech from the window, which means worse than the Ravi's sound, there was another sound from the window. What a weird sound. If Mridu was startled, MP Pune was frightened out of his wits. were standing on end, he bounced up and scurried towards a bamboo tray of red chilies that had been set out to dry. Trying to hide beneath it, he tipped a few chilies over himself. Meow! He howled miserably. What a weird sound, which means what a strange sound. If Mridu was startled is nothing but surprised or slightly frightened. MP Pune was frightened more than that. His hair was standing. He bounced up. Bounced means he jumped up and scurried towards a bamboo tray. Scurried is moved hurriedly. He moved quickly towards a bamboo tray of red chilies, which has been kept out to dry. He wanted to hide himself beneath it. He dropped a few chilies over himself. Then he started shouting. He howled miserably. Howled means crying out loudly. And miserably is in an unhappy manner or feeling or showing unhappiness. The screeching went on and on. What's that noise? Said Mridu. That's Lali learning to play the violin, grunted Ravi. She will never learn a thing. The music master just goes on playing like a train, whizzing on and on, while Lali's all the time derailing, going completely off track. Grunted is making a low, rough noise. The screeching was continuously heard from the window. Mridu asked Ravi about the sound. He said, Lali is learning to play the violin. He continues saying she will never learn anything. The music master plays the violin just like a train whistling on and on, which means he plays so perfectly. But Lali feels very difficult to learn that. She is completely going out of track. Derailing is nothing but running off the rails or leaving the tracks. Yes, my dear children, that's all for today. We'll see the second part in the next class. Now, let's have a quick recap of what we have learned. Are you ready, children? Okay. Ravi and Meena were visited by Mridu. She left her slippers at the gate with a pair of slippers which is old and weary. Ravi then took her to the backyard behind a thick bitterberry bush, sat a kitten in a torn football, slipping milk from a coconut shell. They secretly kept the kitten as it might annoy their grandmother. Ravi commented on double standards of elders. He added that it was difficult for him to manage milk for Mahendran, the kitten. He designed a story behind the name of the kitten. He told that the kitten is a descendant Pallava lion, the emblem of Pallava dynasty. He had seen at Mahabalipuram. He further added that it was a descendant of Mahabalipuram Rishi cat. And he kept on adding that cats are worshipped in ancient Egypt. He had admiration for himself during the conversation. Then they heard a screeching sound of violin played by Lali, who had not learned it properly. Today's assessment. First question. What is the secret that Meena shares with Mridu in the backyard? Second question. How does Ravi get milk for the kitten? Third question. Who does he say the kitten's ancestors are? Do you believe him? What was the noise that startled Mridu and frightened Mahendran? Today's homework. Complete the following sentences. First one. Ravi compares Lali's playing the violin to. Second one. Trying to hide beneath the tray of chilies, Mahendran. Fill in the blanks. First one. Mridu didn't have much time to wonder about whose slippers they were, because Ravi dragged her to the backyard behind a dash. Second one. People are always telling us to be kind to animals, but when we are, they scream dash, said Ravi. Third one. She'll never learn a thing. The music master just goes on playing like a dash, while Lali's all the time dash. Yes, my dear children. See you all in the next class. Stay home and be safe. Thank you. Have a great day.